All right, all right. I just got through talking to the young guys. Time for me to speak to the adults now. All right, brothers. Brothers, we finna do some Quran read. And I'm coming out of the spider. Now, you notice Allah used a lot of insects to get his point across. He got the ant in here. He got the bee in here. He got the spider in here. You hear me? Now, he used to use men. In the Bible, he had St. John, he had Samuel, he had all the men in here. But the men have failed, have fallen. So now he got the insects, the spider, the bee, and the ant. But hold on, okay, I just want to show y'all certain things that we might not be really paying attention to. Okay? So he got them all, he got it all in here, the thorn. He got it all in here like that. Now I'm reading out of the spider. Now, we still back on this test. Allah still on this test. Because that's what you have to pass. And we ain't got that kind of time. See, we got to get on this test while God people is on the earth. My brother is older than me. But when God called us and we ain't got a good report. Hey man, you can't go up that line to Allah, no matter how much we love you. We gotta have a good report, man. Gotta have a good report. Okay, now we read not the spider. Listen at the title. Now, the reason we got to take this test, because Satan said he would get all of us to turn from God. So now we got to take a test to prove to God we ain't turned from him. But Allah knew if we ain't prepared for the test, we gonna fail. See, Allah knew that. So that's why he sent Jesus to make the way. So when we come and be able and start taking the test and passing the test, so you ain't even start taking the test. Because Allah ain't see you have no change of heart. But hey man, if we don't have a good report, the matter has been decided. So this test, it's all about this test. You got to prove to God that you done turned yourself from your wicked way. If you can't prove that, you fail the test. Now, I'm reading out the spider, verse 2. This is the title. The test is mandatory. Now listen what God saying. God speaking. Do the people think that they will be left to say, we believe? Yep, that's what God's saying. Y'all, all that lip serving, but we love God and we all that running down there to the church house. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you saved and all that. That's lip serving. I'm going to read it again so you be on the point with this. That's what God say. Do the people think that they will be left to say? That's what the people say. We believe. That's what God say right here. Without being put to the test. So you got to prove to God, man. You just can't walk around here saying you believe in this, you believe in that. See, God could look inside of you. That's something you can't do. See, if you say you believe, you got to believe. You got to believe. You can't fool God. Satan got you thinking you can do that. Satan got you think you got secrets. You go and do this long as nobody don't see you doing it. But then you ain't thinking about the Most High that's in you, that's seeing you do these things. Listen what God say. We have tested those before them. For God must distinguish those who are truthful. And he must expose the liars. Come to Allah. That's why you got to take the test and pass. You better get on this, man. Do those who commit sin as God think that they can ever fool us? That's God talking. Wrong indeed. This wrong indeed is their judgment. Can't fool God, man. Anyone hoping to meet God should know that such a meeting with God will most surely come to pass. We're going to meet him. He is the hearer, the omnipotent. Those who strive for their own souls. God is no need for anyone. That's why, let me tell you something. When I was in the system, and I used to go to Juma. See, sometimes when God talking to you and you're following something, you got to look at it. You just can't just get in it. You got to look at it. Because when I was in Juma, at Ramadan, in the end of Ramadan, my brother said we have fasted for God, God. But I always disagreed with that. I always felt like I fast for my own soul, because I'm the one that did wrong. God ain't do nothing wrong. Why I'm claiming I fast for God when I'm the one did the wrong? Now the book say, those who strive for their own good. God is indeed need anyone. Those who believe and lead a righteous life, we will certainly remit their sin. See what I'm saying? Now, listen what God's saying. These people had sin. Those who believe and lead righteous lives, we will certainly remit their sin. So they had to have sin even though they believed it. But they stopped sinning. They are God. We are God's. We turn. God forgave our sins. He says it's in the book. We will certainly reward them graciously. I said that right. For their righteous works. Number 8, you shall honor your parents. We enjoin the human being to honor his parents. See, we got to honor our parents because our parents, they done already lived this life. Young gods, listen, there's nothing new under the sun, young gods. So whatever we think we doing something new, it already been done. In some kind of way, we done already did it. Sometime good, sometime bad. But it had already been done. And if we didn't do it, it had been done at another time. But it done been done. But if they try to force you to set up idols beside God, do not obey them. See, so if your parents, going to the church, and you see now you got a good godly spirit, you young. You see all this going on in the church. Now you don't want to go no more because you got a good spirit. Now the parents making you go. I'm going to read it again. Young gods. But if they try to force you to set up idols besides God, do not obey them. That's the only way, that's the only time you get to disobey your parent. But you got to be right now. You can't disobey your parent leaning up on your understanding. Because your parents done already done that, been there, did this. To me is my God. To me is your ultimate return. Why? Why? Because everybody got to see God on this earth. If you're good, you're going to see him with good news. If you're bad, you're going to see him with bad news. But you're going to damn sure see him. Alhamdulillah. You're going to see him. Then I will inform you of everything you have done. Alhamdulillah. Let's move on. Those who believe and lead a righteous life, we will certainly admit them with the righteous. All right. That's good reading this morning, brother. That's very good reading this morning. Oh, long way over time. I love y'all.